We love Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, we love Dragon Ball Z. We love Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, we love Dragon Ball Z. We love Dragon Ball Z. Let's embark on a familiar journey that we all took a long time ago. This is for the old fans and this is for the new ones as well. I'm going to begin with the Vegeta Saga and end it with the Kid Buu Saga. Before I begin, if everyone enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like and subscribe if you want more content like this.
I may be wrong right now, but I can see so clearly there's really my decision in the valley of vision. Maybe I need.
We start off this Dragon Ball Z series with Goku training in the afterlife at King Kai's house. Goku has increased all his attributes within a year to prepare to fight two Saiyans that are arriving to Earth soon. But there's a problem. Goku is currently dead. After Goku finished his training, he told King Kai that he needs someone on Earth to use the Dragon Balls to wish him back. King Kai understood the urgency of Goku's actions and allowed Goku to connect with Master Roshi telepathically. Master Roshi listened to Goku's orders and left the house to retrieve the Dragon Balls. Meanwhile, we see Piccolo training Gohan, doing his best to make him a beast of nature, teaching him how to counter attacks instead of just evade attacks. Suddenly, the sky turned dark and the clouds covered the sun as the Dragon Shenron arises out of the Dragon Balls. The Z Warriors wish Goku back from the dead, and we see the halo of Goku disappears from the top of his head. Goku said his goodbye to King Kai and sprinted back on Snake Way, heading to Earth. Now we see two spherical objects soaring down to Earth like meteorites in the sky. Once the objects landed, we see the two most powerful Saiyan warriors of the series, Vegeta and Nappa. Vegeta then allows Nappa to obliterate the entire city in front of them with no remorse. Vegeta then reminds Nappa on their #1 priority, which is to find the person that killed Raditz. And their second priority is to retrieve the Dragon Balls to wish for eternal life. Vegeta and Nappa floats in the air and scout for the warrior that has the highest power level. Once the warrior's power level has been pinpointed, the Saiyans will fly directly over to their destination and fight them. And the first warriors they see is Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin. Once the Saiyans landed, they took off their scouters and prepared themselves for battle. Nappa reaches in his pocket and plants a seed in the ground to summon a little green alien named the Cyberman. Tien and Yamcha arrive to the battle to even the odds as they get ready to go head to head with the green creatures. Yamcha goes first and fight the Cybermen, and it seems like he is winning. Yamcha appears faster, stronger, and overall more powerful. However, the Cybermen prove that he was more tactical by jumping from a hole in the ground and attached himself to the back of Yamcha's and blew both of them to smithereens. Yamcha is the first one down, and now Krillin decided to go next. The very first thing Krillin does is use a slow-mo blast to track the enemy until impact. It's similar to something like a homing missile, but a controlled version by the user. The Z fighters came together and obliterate the rest of the Cybermen, just to focus on the main two Saiyans. Fighting 7 people at once is too much, so the Z fighters narrowed it down in their favor. So now they will have a better chance of survival. Nappa challenges all the Z fighters at once, boasting about how powerful he currently is. During the fight, Nappa does seem much more superior in strength and energy, and beating up everyone that challenged him. But once Nappa's back was turned, Chaozu jumped on his back and charged a massive energy blast by self-destructing himself to finally kill Nappa. But once the smoke faded away from the blast, we realized his sacrifice was in vain, because Nappa is still alive. The Z Warriors are shocked that the blast didn't kill Nappa. Krillin then says there's no way they can beat him if that powerful blast didn't even injure him. Nappa recovered quickly and sprinted towards Tien, punching him in his solar plexus, leaving him on the ground passed out. Once Tien wakes up, He had a flashback of good memories of Chaozu and gained a lot of willpower to summon a massive blast to Nappa as his final blow. After the energy in his body dispersed from the blast, Tien died in honor. Piccolo and Krillin argues with Vegeta, telling him how much powerful Goku has become. Vegeta then decides to give Goku 3 hours to arrive to the battlefield. Nappa tries to disobey Vegeta's orders, and Vegeta stopped him immediately and told him to calm down and wait the 3 hours out. If Goku doesn't make it in 3 hours, Nappa, you can finish the rest of them off. While the Z Fighters are awaiting the arrival of the main character, they try to develop offensive and defensive strategy for the enemy, but nothing came to mind. The scene cuts to Goku running on Snake Way, finally making it to the end as Kami used instant transmission to teleport him to Earth. But will Goku make it in time? No, the 3 hours are up and we see the Z Fighters fighting Nappa once again. Krillin attacked Nappa head on, and while Nappa was distracted, Piccolo teleported behind Nappa trying to grab his tail to weaken him. But Nappa was too aware of the strategy and elbowed Piccolo in the head. Nappa is literally a monster they never seen before, getting destroyed by everything he does. Krillin uses his infamous Destructo Disc to cut Nappa in half, but Vegeta saves his life by telling him to evade the attack. Once Nappa landed, he blasted Krillin down to the floor, leaving him incapacitated. The last 2 fighters to protect their planet are Piccolo and Gohan now. Gohan developed a lot of courage and jumped in the air, kicking Nappa in the face. After Nappa got up from the ground, he became furious because Gohan was the first one to make him bleed. Nappa conjured up a powerful energy blast to obliterate Gohan, but Piccolo stood up in front of him and took the blast to protect Gohan. Piccolo then has a flashback of Gohan to remember the good times about him and their relationship, then died. Gohan is the last Z fighter left, lying on the ground in pain, but suddenly, the monster Nappa tries crushing Gohan's face in, and Nimbus saved Gohan. The camera pans to the sky and captures Goku finally arriving to the battlefield. Goku goes to Gohan and Krillin and gives them a sensu bean to heal their wounds and help out the remaining friends. Goku walks really slow to Nappa and then powers up, and you see one of the most iconic moments of Dragon Ball Z when Nappa says his power level is over 9,000.
Vegeta, what did you say his power level is? It's over 9,000! 9,000?!
When Goku and Nappa engaged in battle, Goku's speed, energy, and power was far greater than his. Goku continued destroying Nappa left and right, beating him up for his friends that Nappa has killed. Nappa finally enters his most powerful form to try his best to destroy Goku. Nappa teleports in the air and tried to use his ultimate technique and end it once and for all. But Goku was prepared and used a point-blank range Kamehameha that nullified Nappa's ultimate move. Nappa knew he was outmatched, so he sprinted towards Gohan and Krillin trying to kill them, and Goku used Kaioken attack for the first time, defeating the monster Nappa. While he was on the ground, Nappa reaches out his hand to Vegeta and asked him for help. Vegeta grabs his hand and threw him in the sky as he blasted his partner to dust. Goku sees how savage Vegeta is and wanted to relocate to a place where there's no people or animals. Once the fighters arrived at their destination, Goku got serious real quick and powered up to Kaioken. After Goku attacked Vegeta with the Kaioken ability, Vegeta understood that his skills is no joke and started to power up as well. Vegeta's energy was so powerful, the rocks on the ground started to levitate mid-air. Vegeta's speed and power is so unreal, he beat up Goku less than 10 seconds until Goku realized he has to go to Kaioken ×3 to compete with his strength. So before all of this, King Kai told Goku not to go to Kaioken ×3 because it can be a hindrance to his body. We then see Goku's muscles expand like never before, developing an appearance of a bodybuilder. Goku charges Vegeta relentlessly, throwing him through the rocks and the mountains, overpowering him. Goku slows down and rests a little bit because his body is being torn apart by the Kaioken ability. Vegeta is extremely frustrated and starts to use his final ability to destroy the entire planet of Earth, called Gallic Gun. In order to stop Vegeta Blast, Goku fires back with his Kamehameha Wave and entered Kaioken ×4. The blast sent Vegeta in the sky past the clouds, injuring his body and his ego. Vegeta stops himself from entering into space, then developed his last plan to conquer Goku and planet Earth, and that's to transform into the Great Ape. The only problem is that there is no moon that he could look at to transform. So Vegeta conjured up a spherical energy and created a moon in the sky. Once Vegeta finally looked at the moon, he then transformed into the Great Ape that can destroy the planet. We then see Gohan talking to Krillin, telling him that they have to go back to help out his dad because the world depends on it. So Krillin and Gohan heads back to the battlefield. Goku realized that he is going to have to use Spirit Bomb to take out Vegeta, but he doesn't have time. Goku uses Solar Flare to blind the ape to finally get a chance to summon the Spirit Bomb. Goku reached his hands to the sky and asked the planet and the animals to give him the energy for the Spirit Bomb. Once he gathered all the energy from the planet, Vegeta saw Goku and stopped him from finishing the technique. Vegeta then picks Goku up off the ground and starts squeezing him to death. Gohan and Krillin arrives and tries to distract Vegeta so Krillin can cut off his tail. However, Vegeta is too smart as he jumps in the air and avoided the Destructo Disc. But while Vegeta was boasting about himself, Yajirobe sliced off Vegeta's tail, turning him back to a human once again. Gohan, Krillin, and Yajirobe's plan had worked. But it's not over. Vegeta is still a threat, and he starts beating up the remaining Z fighters. So while Gohan is fighting Vegeta, Goku tells Krillin to take the rest of the energy that he gathered from the Spirit Bomb, because it will do a massive impact on Vegeta's body. Krillin summons the Spirit Bomb and holds it in the palm of his hands. Krillin doesn't really know how to use the Spirit Bomb, so he wants to just wing it. But King Kai talks to Krillin telepathically and told him that you don't aim the Spirit Bomb, you feel where the Spirit Bomb go by using your senses. Krillin has only one shot at this, so he closed his eyes and concentrated all the energy on one attack and launched the Spirit Bomb towards Vegeta. Vegeta saw it coming and dodged it at the last minute. However, the blast was heading straight towards Gohan, and he repelled the blast right back to finally hitting Vegeta. Once Vegeta fell from the sky and then hit the ground, he popped right back up. One thing I can say about Vegeta is that his durability is over 9,000, like for real. Vegeta walks over to Gohan and realizes that he has a Saiyan tail that just grew back. Vegeta tries to hurry and destroy the moon before Gohan transformed, but it was too late. Gohan looked at the moon and transformed into the Great Ape. The Great Ape attacked Vegeta recklessly, but Vegeta was too skillful to get hit by any attacks. So while the Great Ape was in the air, Vegeta created his own version of the Destructo Disc, cutting off the tail of Gohan. But while Gohan was turning back to a human from the Great Ape landed directly on Vegeta, crushing his bones. When Vegeta knew that he was on his last breath, he called his space pod to exit the battlefield and leave to fight another day. But Krillin picked up Yajirobe's sword and tries killing Vegeta, but Goku connected with Krillin telepathically and told him to spare Vegeta. The reason why Goku wanted to spare his life is just to fight him once again and push him to a higher Saiyan level that he never been to. Krillin drops the sword and Vegeta escapes. The Z fighters regroup and got transported to the nearest health center. And that's the end of the Vegeta Saga. If there's anybody who made it to the end of this video, I would love to know who you are so I can thank you personally. So comment below and don't forget to like the video.